Greetings, friends seen and unseen. Welcome to a brand new factory sealed edition of Talk from the Rock Room. This is your host, Steve, and we have a wonderful show planned for you today. We have a very special guest, Mr. Bill Payne, the legendary Bill Payne from Little Feat. Little Feat has announced their farewell tour, their final farewell tour. Over the next couple of years, they're visiting everywhere in the United States and breaking out and disseminating their brand of honky-tonk, funk, rock, blues, Little Feat music. And we are extremely honored that Mr. Bill Payne took time in the midst of this tour, I believe he was in New Orleans, to talk about his visit to near my area, Parenton, New York, the Parenton Amphitheater, and they'll be doing a show with the great Molly Tuttle at the end of May. So we touched on the tour, what it meant for him, what to expect, playing with Molly, and then we went into Bill's post-Little Feat life and what he's going to do to keep his creative juices flowing, and he revealed he's got a lot of music and a lot left to say. So we're really honored to have the great Bill Payne in the rock room today. So put your feet up, smoke them if you got them, and we're going to play a smattering of rare Little Feat goods, as we like to do here in the rock room, and we're going to drop the needle on our conversation. And enough of me yapping. The great Bill Payne, Talk from the Rock Room. We'll start things off. I guess I'd like to talk a little bit about the last farewell tour with you, and how it's kind of a career overview and like a synopsis of Little Feat's career, and maybe speak a little bit about people that are attending not only this parenting show, but what fans can expect from you guys on this tour.
Well, a couple of things they can expect on this tour. We're diving deep into the catalog because of the finality, which is a little loose, to be honest with you. I mean, this is going to play out over 2.5 years, let's say. And even at the end, when the ship comes to dock, as they say, we can still do residencies. If there's a special gig we want to play, that, or go on a cruise or two, or make another record. It's just getting off the bus is the main thing, which would be nice. So within the context of the show, we're doing acoustic music as well as the electric stuff, and God, the last little tour we did, I was given a little slot while the crew was tearing down the stage, for moving from the acoustic chairs and that kind of stuff that the guys were sitting in when they play in the acoustic set. I played Gringo the other night, for example, which I hadn't played in 100 years.
saxophone in the barrio. Chicas will warn you. They can be persuasive, gringo, with stars in their eyes. Spend the weekend like a bobo. No Esperanto needed there. Lovers are like broken glass. They're everywhere. Chicas will warn you. They can be persuasive, gringo, with stars in their eyes. Gringo, think of this before you leave. Gringo, truth is easy to deceive. If you're ready to receive, between the open road are your memories, tender hearted though they be.
They said blood is thicker than water. Say all suffering comes to an end. Common saying for friend is amigo.
Gringo, red Cadillac at sunset slowing down for another look at that border town.
And they gave me a little slot to do some stuff, which was actually good for the preparation I had for coming in to play piano night, which I did last night in New Orleans. This is solo piano, so that was a good prep for that. But yeah, in general, and have Molly Tuttle at this gig, my gosh, what a wonderful musician and human being she is. So we're pleased to have her. She'll join us, I hope, on a couple of things, and we'll see how it rides. But we hope throughout the next couple of years, with this farewell tour, last farewell tour, to be expanding the guest list of people that join us for this 55, 56-year journey we've had.
And go along with that, Bill, is there anything Well, kind of a double-sided question here. Anything when you're looking back over your career and Little Feat's career, any surprises about things like you mentioned songs that you're like, wow, I haven't thought of that in years, or on the other side of that, is there anything that's kind of off limits, or is it anything goes as far as song choices?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's anything goes, and I think that it ought to and will extend beyond Little Feat's catalog as well. Um, so if we want to play some Grateful Dead music, the band, um, Taylor Swift's music, no, I'm kidding. Uh, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. But you understand. It's just opening up the book and maybe for me it's like, well, what have we not done that might be fun to try? That's the essence of being open about how the approach being open, giving yourself a chance to possibly fail. There is no failure when with certain crowds, and I think ours is one of them. Grateful Dead crowd, same thing. They appreciate the fact that you're up there uh, extending the boundaries a little bit, which is it's fun for them as well as for us.
Yeah, exactly. And going along with that, um, I know you have your autobiography in the works. So if you take this look back that you're doing for your book and this look back with the tour, I mean, how is that for you? Being that you've just kind of carried on and constantly creating, constantly playing, how has this look back been? I mean, has it given you kind of a different insight on your career, former bandmates, your catalog? Just have those things kind of work together?
Well, yeah, I mean, and as a writer too, the brilliant work you did for Richard Manuel, for example. Um, Although it's not your life, you're still digging into somebody else's, and it's what it reveals while you're in the process of figuring out who that person is, be it yourself or someone else. Um, a lot of blind alleys, a lot of open fields and revelations. Um, so that's the way it was with Carnival Ghosts, which is the name of my memoirs. And I was not treading lightly on anything, but I didn't want to be hurtful to people, you know, not just Lowell, but anybody, and except for myself. I figured I'm fair target, so let it go. But I also want to be truthful with people, and so there's a nuance to. You don't have to drill down on everything to. I mean, it's suffice to say that Lowell George drank too much and he took too many drugs, and so did Jerry Garcia and Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin, a number of people. They fell prey to an era, but also just an affliction of that particular era. But nothing unlike what drug of choice was different for the jazz crowd back in the '40s and that. It's that element's always there. It comes with not so much with being creative, but being in a system that's loose and people are experimenting. It's innovative, and all the rest. So to survive that, my spotlight on myself was, I thought, what's the matter with me? Why can't I keep up with my friends? you know. So, well, there wasn't anything wrong with me. It was just the fact that I didn't have the tolerance for certain things. But it saved me, and I'm still here. So
Yeah.
that's the upshot of that. But what I wanted to promulgate and to share with people is not how Lowell, not his ending. I wanted to share who he was as a human being that was very creative, and even when he was at his most compromised, he's still writing songs like "Long Distance Love," "Mercenary Territory." I mean, beautiful, intricately like a Swiss watch kind of material that he would come up with, and that's also who he was. So I think it's important to point that out to people.
Welcome back, rock and rollers. I hope you're enjoying our conversation with the great Bill Payne from Little Feat. You just heard All That You Dream, a live version from Holland, 1976, to follow up Bill's insightful comments about his upcoming memoir and his relationship with Lowell George. And we're going to keep going and jump back into this interview, and we'll keep trying to give you some context with some really cool Bill Payne penned classics that'll be coming up down the line. Have you learned about your legacy when you're looking at Lowell's legacy and your bandmates' legacy? I mean, has it taught you anything about yourself? I mean, when we met
Yeah.
first time, you had journals. You were talking about how they informed your memoir, and you had all of this documentation. I mean, how has that been for you to learn about yourself doing this?
Well, yeah, a very good question, and it's tough. I mean, nobody wants to put themselves under the microscope. Let others do it, so you can ignore it. But when you're doing it yourself, you're not going to ignore it. You're going to have a few moments of tears and convulsive laughter and a bunch of other. It runs the emotional gamut, right? You're putting your life in front of people, and look, you don't have to share every thing that you lived through. I enjoyed reading Dave Grohl's book, or part of Grohl's book. He didn't. There were certain sections for him that were not necessarily verboten, but he kept it off the pages. He kept it private. I think that's fair game too. But you need to share enough of yourself to let people know that you're not there creating a statue to yourself that pigeons can do you know what on. You want to just present your life as you let it. It's we all make mistakes, and how we recover from those mistakes speaks to the character of who we are, and our approach to life, which is give it the best you can when you can.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm forward to Carnival Ghosts. I can't wait to get my hands on it. So look.
Thanks, man.
Now you cast of steel and cast aside.
Going along back to kind of the tour, the most recent record, Strike Up the Band, and its conception. I mean,
Hmm.
wonderful album, is seamlessly part of the Little Feat legacy. Really feel like, if it ends up being your final studio record with the guys, that it's going out on a high note. Um, is studio work after this tour for the band still a consideration? Is it something that maybe you'll do some session stuff, or maybe some more solo piano work? Have you thought about that at all?
Well, yeah, and I've also thought about another book. So um, the the avenue of being creative is going to be wide open. In fact, oddly enough, um, when we've well, I'll keep to myself. When I accepted the fact that we were going to call something the last, farewell tour, which I wasn't buying into it at first, but then I thought, well, look, I'm 77 years old, or I'm going to be at the time. So I think I was 76, but I'm 77 now. And I went, I mean, at some point, I know Dylan's still out there doing it, Paul McCartney, there's guys in their 80s that are playing. I mean, Sam Clayton is well up in age, and he's still able to play. But the focus that brought to the realm of what we're doing it surprised me a little bit. I actually enjoyed the fact that now you can really sit there and go, well, really, what do I want to do? We have good managers. We have people that can play the catalog. We've built up a great audience. People want to see us and hear us. What do we want to do? And so, I mean, I've got, what is it, 15 Robert Hunter songs nobody's heard. 9 or 10 songs that Paul Muldoon and I wrote that nobody's ever heard. So I'm going to go and cut a solo record with some folks. And tonight, last night I did piano night in New Orleans. Tonight I'm playing with Graham Lesh at Phil's son at the Joy Theater. Tomorrow, Wednesday, 5 o'clock, there's a private showing for Little Feat, the documentary, at the Toulouse Theater in New Orleans. Invited guests and whatnot. Thursday, I'm playing with Dead Feet with Anders Osborne, Kenny Gradney, Fred Tackett. So retirement feels pretty good.
You got plenty to do. And
Oh my gosh, it's silly.
Deep away in the bluegrass pine, where the wide, wide river, whiskey wine. Deep away in the bluegrass pine, glory in the territory, sanctuary time. Wanted to tell you about a friend of mine. What you could call it, the roving kind. Life seems short when you live forever. soft as candlelight. Mandolin solo and banjos frail, while the last electric stars grow pale. At a twilight guitar squeal under the bracken where they sleep. Tones of strings are tuning. Go by the go through land, deep away. Deep away in the bluegrass high, glory in the territory, sanctuary time. Said I don't get back from Lake Diane. 12-string banjo in my left hand. Busted up said along the way, life's all I got left to play. Days gone by out on the run, a little good or harm we've done. Those who died, the rest still dying. By the whiskey river and the bluegrass vine. People away in the bluegrass vine. Glory in the territory, cemetery chimes. Been on the wagon 99 years, making one more, you hold me a beer. People away in the bluegrass vine, where the wide, wide river of whiskey wine. Keep away in the bluegrass vine, glory in the territory, sanctuary time.
Welcome back, rock fans. That was Bluegrass Pines off the 2025 Little Feat record, Strike Up the Band, and that was a co-write with Mr. Robert Hunter, the co-partner, writing partner with Jerry Garcia and the Grateful Dead. And on that track, you heard Larry Campbell and Teresa Williams and Molly Tuttle. So maybe that's a little insight on something that might get played in Parrington at the end of May. So, we got about a little bit of time to finish up our conversation with the great Bill Payne. And as usual, we'll try to throw some tunes on to get you on your way and prepare you for next time. So thank you as always for joining me. As always, talkfromtherockroom@gmail.com. Questions, comments, concerns, requests, anything you got, or talkfromtherockroom.com, where you can kind of follow along with the things that we like to do. So we are indebted and honored to have the great Bill Payne in the rock room today. And we're going to get you out of here with the last bit of that interview and some tunes to go along with it. So thanks as always. We'll see you soon. You got a lucky face.
Excellence in the face of rock is my creed.
I know you also like photography. Is that something you're going to make some time for to work? Do you have any projects, or is that just something that's kind of, pure creative joy that you keep to yourself? I mean, have you thought about that at all?
No, I mean, in fact, my wife Polly and I have been putting photos into the book, and she's a great photographer herself, and as well as an editor, and I mean, she helps with the prose sometimes, points things out, which is great. I need it, and I have two editors on top of that I use in addition to her. But yeah, it's the photography is just another extension of the creative aspect, the creative arm that I exercise, and I think there's a good chance that there'll be more of it. these iPhones or the phones that we use and carry and use. I mean, I brought out a camera on the last tour, a small one. It was I forget what the heck it was called, but it was a point and shoot and really nice. But I thought, gosh, just continue to use your iPhone for taking photos. It has as many pixels, if not more, than some of the old cameras I used that I was able to get some pretty good images out of. So, but I'd have to sit back and take those images and the ones that I want to turn into more of a painterly mode, which I enjoy doing on occasion. I'd have to relearn how to do some of that. But yeah, it's a wide open book again. I mean, I hate to keep repeating myself, but um, with regard to uh, how to implement all these creative endeavors that are presenting themselves. It's um, playing last night, piano night. I ran into Jojo Herman from Widespread Panic. John Grow called me this morning, and we talked about the fact that the stressfulness of going up there to play a, acoustic piano by yourself is like. And I told JoJo last night, I said, man, I rehearsed for this gig and I'm not really nervous about it, but it just gives you a pause to go, all right, well, what am I going to play when I get up there? That kind of thing. And how am I mean, I knew how I was going to play some of the stuff, but then you have to adjust to the action on the piano. When you're playing on tour, I have a chord. It's a um, Kronos, and that thing, I'm used to it. So I did a lot of practicing at the house on a Yamaha C7 that I have. As a writer, what I'm doing, Stephen, is I've been encouraged to put out 2 posts a week on Instagram and Facebook. So I've done that, and a few thousand people are weighing in, like in a very positive way to what I'm writing. So it helps my chops. I let my editor check out what I'm doing, and he's going, God, I'm hardly editing anything anymore. I said, well, give me a chance. No. So, what it's like working with editors.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and after you've worked on a book project like you have now, it's second nature. You've picked up all those things they want you to do.
That's right. You actually learn from it, which is a great thing. Oh, okay, a comma. All right, I'll put which instead of that.
Exactly.
That kind of stuff. But no, it's the human part of it, Stephen, that you and I and anybody that has their work scrutinized knows full well is that they may be right in what they're telling you, but the your acceptance of it is not like this. Oh yeah, thanks. It's like, really? Let me check this out.
Right.
Oh, okay, they are right. Or they didn't understand it, they missed it, so I need to explain it better. That kind of thing. I do love the process of it, but it was at a couple times it was like, it's okay, you want to arm wrestle, let's go. So we I mean, I love those stories of Robert Caro and Robert Gottlieb, where they're coming almost to fisticuffs over a semicolon.
Yes. Yeah. That.
Caro was, for those out there, I mean, you know who he was. He wrote or is writing the Lyndon Johnson biographies, and they're fascinating.
Yeah. The biography of those gentlemen. The name escapes me right now, but is absolutely must see. Um, of their relationship.
Oh, oh yeah, no, that's a great film, the documentary they had on those two.
Yeah.
I think Gottlieb's daughter was involved in that, and getting them together was, you know, a chore. But she finally did it, and it was great. It was just their relationship. But um, yeah, but Jojo Herman was relieved last night that I was feeling the same sort of mild anxiety about going up there and playing. Uh, he said, "Oh, I thought it was just me." I go, "No, it's not just you." And John Gross said the same thing. He said it was the 15 minutes they played were probably the most stressful of the whole year. So
Well, even for someone like yourself that's been on stages all over the world, when you're doing a recital like that, there's nowhere to hide. you know?
No, you just get up there, but I like to talk to, as you know, I'm good with sharing. Um, my wife goes, "Oh, you said," Paul said, you were telling the audience, you seem like nice people. Yeah, just let people behind the curtain a little bit, you know, let them in, and then you just take it from there. I mean, um, it's I feel so privileged to be able to do it, to be honest with you. I mean, we don't often have that in our lives to be able to share what's or keep from people the most intimate things we want to share or keep away from them. But it's a privilege to be able to have that avenue open to you.
Yeah, yeah, and I hope there's more of those, on the horizon, more of these solo pieces, and yeah,
Yeah, good.
and Bill, I don't want to take too much of your time. I'd just like to kind of, this is kind of simplistic, but I really think it's kind of pertinent right now. Is what are you going to miss most about the road? Is there anything?
Well, look, I mean, I'm not going to know till I'm there.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't know that I'll ever fully shut it down. Um, God, I don't know if it was a sports figure that was talking about it the other day, but retirement does not mean what it used to mean, is what I'm starting to think. Let's look at the Eagles for a second. Yeah, last tour, 25 years later. Well, last takes on a different definition, I guess, for those guys. In fact, we'll be playing opposite them, or they follow us at Jazz Fest on Saturday.
Oh,
And more power to them. I mean, um, Paul Simon was going to shut down the circus, and then he went, well, that's just fun making this last acoustic album. I think I want to go out and promote it. Well, why not? You know, I
yeah,
mean, nobody else that says they're going to do something, or I mean, in life, we read about these people every day in the newspapers. They'll say one thing, they'll do another. So I don't know, but I think in Little Feat's case, it's mainly like I said earlier. The idea of not doing all these bus tours. I won't miss that so much. Um, I mean, we are coddled in that sense. We have a great bus. We have generally really, really good drivers. And the camaraderie on the bus is like being in a submarine. You're really close to people. And if you like them, which we do like each other, uh, it's nice to be able to hang and tell stories and, and slip into your bunk, into your own little cave and read or whatever you're going to do and hopefully sleep. So uh, I think all that's good. But just having the avenue of expanding a life of inquiry and of meeting interesting people, um, of talking to people like yourself, whose work I really admire. That's a plus, man. If I couldn't do that, I would miss that.
yeah, yeah, and like you talked about earlier, I mean, really, what this does is gives you time to do all of the creative exploits, all the things other outside of Little Feat, and we're all looking forward to that.
Thank you.